What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Five Nights at Freddy's update video. Now, in the last video, we discussed the brand new characters that were added to the roster, such as Happy Frog, Ned Bear, Pig Patch, Mr. Hippo, and all the other ones that were added. Well, in today's video, we have 3 new animatronics to actually discuss, and it's pretty insane. These are some pretty big ones, and they're really cool. But before we get into that, of course, if you guys want to see more Five Nights at Freddy's videos like this, don't forget to drop a like on the video down below. Let's go for 2,000 likes in the first hour. Also, drop a comment saying new, and of course, be subscribed to the channel for more content like this, because we just hit like 879,000 subscribers, and we've been growing so fast, and I'm really trying to get to 900k and then to 1 million, of course. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and be sure to tell your friends. But anyways, though, let's get into the brand new update. So if you head over to scottgames.com, you will see this image. Obviously, it's now at 40%. This bar is climbing so fast. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be at 50 by the end of this weekend. Like, we're on what, Thursday today, and we still have like a lot of time. So I have a feeling I think probably on Saturday or Sunday, this bar is probably going to be going up another 10%. I would not be surprised. Who do you guys think is going to be part of that 10%, by the way? If you had to name any characters from the roster, who do you think is going to add in next? So anyways, though, guys, let's get into the characters, though. So if we head over to the Steam community page, like usual, you will see this. Now, we have Springtrap, Molten Freddy, and Ennard. Now, I told you guys I've been hyped to see Molten Freddy and Ennard. These are 2 of the ones I'm most excited about. And even Springtrap, like, I wasn't too excited about it, but then when I see him on the roster, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm excited. I gotta read what these guys do. So let's get into it. So for Springtrap, he climbs around in the vent system. Nothing new there if you guys played Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Actually, I'll break it down at the end. I keep forgetting. Okay, anyways, making his way toward the vent opening embedded in the wall in front of you. Track him by watching the vent monitor. He moves silently, so don't bother listening for him. But when he is poised to attack you, you will see his face looking back at you from the vent. Close the vent door on him to send him away. Molten Freddy. He also climbs in the vent system, but is much faster than the other animatronics when it comes to maneuvering his way toward you. You can track him on the vent monitor and can hear his laugh when he is poised to attack. Close the vent door on him to send him away. Ennard. He also climbs in the vent system, so these are all vent animatronics, wow. But unlike the other animatronics in the vents, he is difficult to track, appearing only briefly here and there when moving. He can't be seen in the vent opening, but gives himself away by making a squeaking sound before attacking. Close the vent door on him to send him away. So, okay, all 3 of these guys are all going to be in the vents. They all seem to be, you know, just traveling around in there, and certain ones are harder to spot than others. It looks like Springtrap's probably going to be the easiest, and the hardest is probably going to be Ennard, because he only appears for like a split second apparently in like certain areas. So if you guys have like only vent animatronics active, it's gonna be a crazy night because there's gonna be a lot going on. But anyways, let's get into the breakdown. So for Springtrap, he climbs around in the vent system. Like I said, they all seem to do that. He slowly makes his way toward you through the opening on, you know, in the wall in front of you, which we've seen that in the actual office teaser you know, thing, the vent that's literally directly in front of you. Track him by watching the vent monitor. So right there, we're gonna have an actual monitor once again. So not only is it gonna be used for cameras, but it's probably gonna have some of the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 characteristics to it. So it looks like we're gonna be able to actually maybe click something, maybe click, you know, just like in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 where you click to the side and like lets you see inside the vents. So maybe something like that. So yeah, it looks like, you know, to use the monitor, you just go on it and then click like some sort of vent panel, and then you can see what's going on up there. He moves silently, so don't bother listening for him. So you have to always check the vents. So I'm hoping this is going to be convenient to be able to switch from the vents to the actual cameras to whatever else you have to watch. So I don't know, I'm a little worried about that, but you gotta remember to check on him or you're gonna die. But when he is poised to attack, you will see his face looking back at you from the vent. I'm a little confused by what he means by that. You will see his face looking back at you from the vent. So wait, do you like, okay, I'm guessing maybe one of the cameras in the vent, you'll be able to see him before he attacks, and maybe that's what he means. I'm not too sure. Close the vent door on him to send him away. So it looks like they're all pretty easy to get to like leave. You just gotta close it on them. But I don't know, I'm confused by that. I'm wondering, yeah, if I had to take a guess, I'd say, you know, in one of the cameras for the vent, you'll probably see him, you know, he'll be in like a position where you can tell he's about to attack, and when you see that, instantly close out of everything and close that vent, and you'll probably hear like a bang or something like that, and then he's gone. So a lot like Sister Location, and of course, Five Nights at Freddy's 3. And then for Molten Freddy, he also climbs in the vent system, like I said, but is much faster than the other animatronics when it comes to maneuvering his way toward you. So he's a lot faster than Springtrap, Ennard, just about anyone else who comes through the vent, which I want to say Nightmare BB, or not Nightmare BB, BB, or yeah, BB and JJ, they both come through vents, so I'm guessing he's probably faster than them too, even though it's like they come from the side vents and they're coming from the front. But if I had to take a guess, I'd say he's probably faster than everyone from the looks of it, because it says he is right there. So anyways though, you can track him on the vent monitor, so nothing new there, and can hear his laugh when he is poised to attack. So this one's interesting. So you don't really have to watch the vent from the looks of it, because yeah, you really don't. He's in the vents, and obviously you can see him in there. You'll be able to see him maneuvering toward you, and he's a lot faster. But in terms of actually seeing him, it doesn't really matter, because you'll hear that laugh. So it's one of those instances where if you get too caught up in the night, if you're too busy trying to focus on somebody else and, you know, get them out of your way, you might miss that laugh. I've had that happen to me plenty of times in other games where I'm so focused on something and I miss a minor detail and it gets me killed. And I have a feeling this is what Molten Freddy is going to be. Close the vent door to send him away. So yeah, they're all pretty simple to, you know, get to go away. You just close the vent on them. As long as you know they're there or you hear that they're there, you should be okay. But if you miss that and you don't see them and they get in for even a second, you're dead. Anyways though, on to Ennard. He also climbs in the vent system, but unlike the other animatronics in the vents, he is difficult to track. So it's Ennard. I mean, he's kind of like all strings and stuff. Yeah, I guess he can move around pretty easily in there, if I had to take a guess. Appearing only briefly here and there when moving. So, I mean, then again, isn't Molten Freddy and Ennard kind of like the same thing? They're both kind of all wires and strings. You figure they both be really easy to get around in there and hard to track. But he does say, I mean, Molten Freddy isn't that hard to track, apparently. He's just a lot faster. So they're both faster, obviously, because of how they look. Appearing only briefly here and there when moving. So for Ennard, you're only going to see him for like little amounts of like a second, and then he's going to be gone. So I'm guessing, well, oh wait, there is the question though. Is it going to be like other Five Nights at Freddy's games where, you know, because in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and, you know, basically all of them except for 3, well, yeah, I guess all of them really, it was just like a still image of them and then they would disappear. So I'm wondering if in this one, you're actually going to be able to see the animatronics moving, because that would be really cool, because he does say you'll be able to see them briefly. So I'm wondering if you have the camera on, you'll see him like go by really fast and then he'll be gone. You know, that's how I kind of picture this, but I don't really know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, because I would love to actually see that. Like in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, if you guys remember, Springtrap would run across the window in front of you. So I have a feeling it might be something like that, something similar to that, but in the vents. You'll be able to see him like go past you really fast, which would actually be really freaky. I really hope Scott does that. Anyways though, so appearing here and there briefly when moving, he can't be seen in the vent opening, but gives himself away by making a squeaking sound before attacking. So, okay, this one's interesting. So I guess, okay, all the other ones would be seen in the vent opening. So I guess if you shine your flashlight up there in the vent, you'll be able to see, you know, Springtrap, Molten Freddy, but Ennard just won't be there. So he's there, but you won't be able to see him, which is interesting. And the only way he'll give himself away is a squeaking sound before attacking. So he's like Molten Freddy. You'll hear a laugh for Molten Freddy, you'll hear a squeak for Ennard. Now the interesting thing is, it doesn't really matter what you hear. As long as you hear something, just close that vent and you should be okay. So yeah, once again, I mean, do you really have to check the vent cams then? Because you hear a sound before they show up. So I'm curious, what's even the point of the cameras? I mean, I guess to just see where they're at, but I don't know, man. It's a little strange. I kind of just feel like you don't really need to even look at them. You don't really need to watch them on the cameras when, you know, they make a sound before attacking. Because for me, for instance, if I'm playing on the custom night and, you know, I've got a bunch of other animatronics to worry about, I'm going to worry about checking on them instead of these guys, because I'll just listen for the sound. And whenever I hear that sound, I'll know that I gotta, you know, close the vent. The only one that doesn't have a sound is Springtrap, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he moves silently, so don't bother listening for him. When he's poised to attack, he'll look back at the vent. Yeah, so there's no sound for Springtrap, but the other two both have sound effects. So, I mean, I guess as long as you have Springtrap turned off, you don't really gotta worry about checking the vent all too often, as long as you just listen. So anyways, though, it does say squeaking sound before attacking, close the vent door on him to send him away. And that's it. I mean, that is all the new animatronics. In total, they're really cool. I'm excited for these guys. I could definitely see all of them showing up in the vent, so I'm glad he did that. I feel like if they came to the door, I mean, it would be cool, but we've already kind of seen Ennard at the door and stuff like that. But just to be able to see Molten Freddy and Springtrap, you know, returning, and Molten Freddy actually being in-game and attacking, it's going to be really, really cool. And I'm excited that Scott did this mechanic for them. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And of course, if you're excited for more updates on the Steam community page and ScottGames.com, and you're looking for a place to watch them, be sure to subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be updating you guys every single time there's a brand new update, because I asked you guys, you know, would you guys like it 2%, 4%, or every 10%, and everyone was saying 2% and 4%, so I figured, you know what, we'll just do a mixture. As long as it's something interesting to talk about, we'll go ahead and do it. And for these 3 animatronics, these were very interesting to talk about and very, very cool. But guys, I'm in this video here. Like I said, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you do, channel, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.